going on, guys? Great Disciple back with another gameplay. In the background, Berserk Descent DLC, and this map is amazing. I really like Berserk. Now, it's a little bit bigger than you would expect it to be at certain parts of the map. I mean, the engagements can be quite long distance, okay? But if you watch me navigate, I'm trying to keep them all really close to mid-range, okay? And take note of my rushing routes, especially at the beginning of the second half. Watch me rush off spawn, okay? So, DLC 3's out, Descent. A lot of you guys tuned into the live stream. Y'all heard me talk about it. Wanted to tell everybody over here who don't watch my live streams, you know, where I'm at right now in my first impressions. We'll start with Rumble. Rumble I played I think 4 times. I got a couple decent gameplays. It's wide open. I'll tell you that, especially in the middle with the robots. It's really wide open, so assault rifles and LMGs are going to dominate. If you stay in the corridor by B, it's really close quarters and it's a lot of fun. And by the way, all of my opinions are going to be based upon domination because I think it's the best game mode for these maps. So Rumble, pretty cool. The best thing that I can tell you about Rumble is this, is that underground tunnel, which you can access from the middle of the map or from either side of B. Just be very careful of it because people really do, at least smart players like to use it. Okay, and I'll bring you a gameplay of me using that tunnel to explain it to you. Second map would be Cryogen. I don't like it. I mean, the best game I've gotten on that is like 76 and 16, which I thought about putting that one up instead of Berserk, but this Berserk gameplay was really good in my opinion. Cryogen is absolutely huge. I didn't realize how big this map was. I mean, I saw T. Martin do a run through on Cryogen. It didn't look that big, but man, playing it, the flanks take forever to get around. So when you're playing domination, you've just got to go head on to the flag, which gets a little frustrating, and I'm going to talk about why it's so frustrating. It's an okay map. It plays really well in hardpoint from what I tried out. I think there's 5 hardpoints in that one, so it looks pretty fun, but the problem is all the hardpoints seem to be in little rooms, which gets a little annoying. I like it when you have to hold down a really big hardpoint. Berserk, which you're watching here, is a close rival to Empire for my favorite map of the DLC offering. Berserk is a beautiful map. It really does give you that throwback feeling to Game of Thrones if you guys watch Game of Thrones. And the snow really adds to it. In all the Call of Duties that they've ever created, the snow maps have always been my favorite ones. And there are some really good flank routes on Berserk. The best one I can tell you is this. Most people want to run the top route where you have to jump over the bridge, and you'll see me do it a bunch. I'll do boost sliding off the ledge to get to the other side. The best flank route is actually where you go down and come back up the stairs, because very few people actually use it and they never anticipate anybody coming off of that flank. Okay, and you're gonna see me do it at the beginning of the second half. Watch me run that route. So any domination players, that is your best flank. And it's really cool because there's a lot of really good head glitches off of spawn to where you can really work their spawn. And you know, I would say Berserk plays like, man, I don't know what to say it plays like. It's a great map. Now Empire, if you guys watched my stream last night, or I think it was 2 nights ago now, or if you watched it after YouTube finally threw it up because it was taking forever to render, I played Empire 4 times and I annihilated all the teams that I played on Empire because it plays perfectly like Raid. They squeezed a couple of spots and then they increased a couple of others. And I know it's kind of confusing that I'm saying that, but there were some spots on Black Ops 2 that I thought were just too easy, and they kind of worked those a little bit. The movement mechanics were great. I don't see many people going into the water. I think I only died 1 time of a guy actually in the water over there, but the spawns are identical to Raid, so if you were ever good at Raid, this is going to be the easiest map that you've ever played, okay? The only issue that I had was the color saturation. If the character models on the enemy team were wearing certain colors in certain positions, they were very difficult to see. Like when they're by the trees, if they're wearing green, they blend in perfectly. The most difficult color to see in there was red, because there is red everywhere in this map. So my advice to you guys, if you keep on getting Empire over and over and over, put on your red camo and you will blend into the walls. I'm serious. You will blend in. And that could be why I was having such a good time in the map, because people couldn't see me because I was wearing a red outfit, and I didn't realize that until I was done streaming. So I'm really try hard right now. I mean, I got my Razorback with stock, fast mags, elo sight, ghost, scavenger, dead silence, awareness, and a Simtex. I'm running Wraith, Hater, and Raps, and I'm annihilating lobbies. My biggest issue that I'm having is not tryhards, because if you put another tryhard on the enemy team and me on this team, I'll still beat them most of the time. Okay, my biggest issue is teams. I'm going up against teams of 4, 5, and 6. Now, it doesn't mean that they're all good players. The problem is communication. I mean, you got a team of guys talking to each other, saying, oh, I just died, he's coming up on our flank, versus a team of randoms. We're not communicating, and usually in a lobby, it's going to be me, and then it's going to be 4 or 5 guys on the other team, and then the rest of the lobby with me. And it just gets so frustrating, not because I can't do well, just because it's so difficult for me to win the games when I'm playing solo. But I don't want to play with a team right now because that'll be no fun. So, are there tryhards out there? There's a few of them. I think I've come across 2. The main issue, like I said, is going to be teams. And I'm noticing a lot of people, if you're going to play Dom, get ready, because a lot of people are running kinetic armor and a lot of trophy systems, which is to be expected. And then my streaks get shot down so quick. I can't do anything about it. My only hope is that when I throw up my Wraith, I already have my Hater and my Raps at the same time, so I throw them all up, and then they have to pick their pleasure on what they want to be destroyed by. That's about it. So, I'm loving the DLC. I'm actually preferring it over the DLC too, believe it or not. I think the maps are great. So, I hope you guys liked it. I hope the review helps, or my impression helps you. Leave your comments down below. Ask me questions if you want to about setups. As always, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, because I know that you want to.